Okay, guys, so this is your boy Dark Raikou. I know I just uploaded what's it called? What if Issei was the Joker a while ago? Not the point. This is called What if Issei was the reincarnation of Ichigo Kurosaki. Now, before I go on, I have seen what's it called? A couple of Issei's. A couple of Issei what ifs where he is the reincarnation of Ichigo, or Ichigo comes to DxD. Of course, I watched one, but they were so incomplete. I think I just keep watching channels where they incomplete anything. And I know it's mostly robot voices, but goddamn, I don't care. Like, fucking finish the damn what if or whatever. But not the point. Or just fanfics or whatever. But not the point. So let me go into this what if. I was thinking of making, Issei, like a cousin figure towards Ichigo, or just like some kind of figure, but yeah. But instead I'm just gonna go like this. But if I don't like it, because I usually, when I rewatch my what ifs, I might just second thought this. I don't know why, but mostly in my first channel, I never second thought any what if. But mostly in my first channel, I do kind of second thought a lot of what if, and then I third thought a lot of them going back to the original, like what's it called, the Aizen what if. Mostly what if Issei was Aizen's son. I don't know. I should just shut up most of the damn time. But you get the point. I usually, maybe. But yeah. So, not the point. So, it might kind of go into a redo or might not. I don't know. My mind doesn't naturally. It goes in so many different options and whatever. But not the point. Now, I'm going to leave a what if for 100 special. Yeah, not 100, mostly 400 special. Because that what if is called, what if Issei was Yamato's grandson, or Yamamoto's grandson. Now, if you don't know who Yamamoto is from Bleach, then damn, he's the captain. He used to be one of the original Gotei 13, so yeah. But I'm gonna leave it for the 400 special. The reason why is because I'm still watching Bleach, and I want to get to 1,000 Blood War by the time I get to 400 subscribers. But yeah, or might kind of postpone it, but yeah, don't worry about that. Now, I'm on episode 30 on Bleach? I don't remember. Okay, I just kind of been binge watching for a while, but not the point. I should really kind of go on and do some work and other stuff, blah, blah, blah. Now, next weekend, I'm gonna have to go into a job, and I don't know how long I'm gonna be there, but whatever. I don't even know how to apply for jobs. Damn, I just sucked at life. But not the point. Let me begin into this what if, and let me shut the fuck up. This is the only way to actually calm my nerves down for a lot of stuff, because there's a lot of things that I am kind of nervous on. And mostly that whole last week I wasn't very nervous, but this week I am going to be extremely nervous for jobs and other stuff and blah blah blah. But not the point. Let me go into this what if. This is called What if Issei was a reincarnation of Ichigo Kurosaki. Now, let's begin. So we go into a world full of devils, fallen angels, and even angels, gods, Greek gods, Norse mythology gods, a type of thing. So many pantheons in this world. Of course, this world is called the DxD world. But not the point. We go into a special boy, a very special boy. Probably his legend is to become the Red Dragon Emperor. Or probably his other legend is to become the next, the new Shinigami or substitute Shinigami. Who knows? All we know is we begin into this boy. So, we go into a orange-haired boy with brownish, kind of goldenish eyes. Of course, he does kind of have, mostly his hair is kind of orange, like fully bright orange. A lot of people usually try to bully his orange hair, if he actually cared. He mostly kicked the shit out of them and told them to fuck off half the time, because he has kind of a very angry kind of personality. He usually always has this very angry looking face and other stuff, but don't worry about him. This is where, he is right now kind of kicking some idiot's ass out of the way. But we go into him. This is where, the person starts talking. Hello there. You're wondering what the hell is happening here. Well, the name is Issei Kurosaki. Now, of course, I kind of always have been able to see ghosts ever since I was young, but not the point. Right now, what I'm doing is kicking the shit out of, no, I'm just kidding. But pretty much, I was gonna try to. Yeah, you want to never mind. But pretty much what he's doing is kicking the shit out of some idiots out of the way, and of course where he's telling them to fuck off. But first to kind of look at what they did to that vase. This broken vase. This is where, well, a broken vase with like waters and some flowers on the ground. This is where, well, he points at it and says, "What is that?" He screams at all the kind of, there's like 5 people in total, and this is where one of them says, it's a vase. Correct! He gets clocked in the face. This is where, well, he then says, "What is it doing on the ground?" This is where one guy says, I think one of us knocked it over. This is where, well, one of the guys kind of pointed at himself, and this is where he gets kicked in the face and launched out into almost his buddies. And this is where he then says, this brownish, well, mostly orange haired boy says, "I need you to apologize to it now, or I'll break your legs and, well, mostly break your kneecaps so you can walk with your arms most of the damn time." This is where all of them say, "We're sorry." This is where they start running, and this is where, well, a spirit behind a pole kind of says, "Thank you." This is where, well, he says, looks behind and says, "Don't worry about that, kid. You just have, what's it called? You can just rest now. Those idiots won't be a bother that much." This is where, well, the girl nodded, and of course, this is where, well, the boy walks off, and this is where he thinks in his head, saying, "So yeah, my name is Issei Kurosaki." Or mostly, I will usually like the last name Kurosaki, but my real name is Issei Hyodo. And I am someone that always been able to see ghosts. Ever since I was born. But that's not the point. Usually, I don't know why, but mostly I am the only one that can see ghosts. People who has died a while ago, or has been just caused in this world. And for some reason, I always have this feeling to always protect them. Protect them from the unknown. I don't know why, but that is always my case. Of course, right now, I'm going back home. This is where, well, Issei kind of goes back home, and of course is where, well, Issei, he kind of shows up to his house, and this is where, well, his parents were kind of very worried, or mostly his mother was very worried, and this is where, well, Mika says, "Issei, where have you been?" This is where Issei says, "Oh, I have just been outside right now, kind of, well, I've just been out hanging out with my friends, Mom. Don't worry about it." This is where, well, Mika says, "Sweetie, I know you don't have friends." Ugh. This is where, well, Issei's like heart literally got stabbed. Like, damn, okay, Mom, what the fuck? This is where, well, Issei kind of gets up and says, "Ugh, what the hell, Mom? I do have friends." Sure. This is where, well, Kodo says, "Don't worry, my son. I was always like you. I was the same like you. Even though I didn't have orange hair. I was just like you. I was kind of a lonely person. But don't worry, my son. You will one day get a girlfriend and no longer need to be lonely." He should look at his dad and say, "The fuck are you going on about?" This is where, well, he then clocks his father in the freaking, like, chin and kind of knocking him out for a second. This is where, well, Issei gets annoyed. "Look here, old man, I am not dumb. I do have friends." It's just those idiots are usually doing something. This is where, well, Godo says, "Ugh, fine, okay, fine. Fine, I'll be going over there." This is where he's walking until he says, "Surprise attack!" He tries to punch Issei in the face until Issei clocks him in the face. They both clock each other in the face and knock each other out. This is where Issei says, "You old bastard." This is where, well, Issei kind of gets up and says, "You suck." You know that? This is where Godo says, "Hey, I just got to make sure my son is still well in defense and what's it called, fighting." This is where Issei said, "Okay." Mika says, "Can you two stop fighting and hurry up and eat?" This is where, well, Issei says, "Fine, mother, don't worry. Don't worry." Issei starts eating and going back upstairs. Of course, he goes to get, what the hell is that noise? This is where, well, Issei is kind of walking towards his room, and of course gets to his room and kind of like lays on it, well, on his bed. This is where he has posters of video games and other stuff. He's not much of a pervert, because you see here, Ichigo Kurosaki was not a pervert. Because my man, he hang out with 2 perverts, but he wasn't a pervert himself. But yeah. This is where Issei says, just a normal day, protecting spirits and other stuff. Well, I should be going to sleep. This is where, well, he goes to sleep, and of course, this is where, well, he wakes up the next day and says, what day is it? Is it still summer? Please tell me it's still summer and I don't need to go to school. This is where, well, he realized he had to go to school today. It's the first day of a new school because his parents decided to move from their original kind of town to another school, well, mostly to this town. So this is Kuoh town. Of course, he doesn't know why his parents decided to move here, but for fuck's sakes, he doesn't care. He was thinking that he was going to go to a public school and not need to care that much. He would probably have to knock out some people to fuck off, but yeah. But he realized that he has to go to a new school. If the summer's over, he doesn't really need to work for anything. There was nothing that he needed to kind of like finish with science because he moved. Yeah. So of course he is 18. Issei Kurosaki, also known as Issei Hyodo, kind of is 18. This is where, well, he is signed because the new school that he has to go to is called Kuoh Academy. He doesn't know why he has to go to such a prestigious kind of school. But of course, well, he doesn't know why his parents is really paying for a lot of money to go to such a quite fancy school when he can go to a public school and not need to care. Truly, he doesn't know why his mother or father decided to pick this school, but whatever. He found out through some information, mostly through looking on like the computer online. He found out that, well, he's not 18, he's actually 17. Now, of course, he found out a while ago that mostly from a friend kind of telling him, oh yeah, you realize that Kuoh Academy is quite a prestigious school, and it used to be an all-female school. I don't know why your parents are literally kind of throwing you into an all-female school. The fuck? Issei screamed out when he was kind of talking to a friend, but yeah. Now, of course, Issei said, oh god. God damn it. But yeah. But this is where, well, oh shit, no, wait. But yeah. Of course, he kind of says, I hate my parents. Probably they won't even accept me, them realizing that I'm a fucking boy. Whatever. This is where, Issei goes downstairs, and this is where his parents seems to be getting ready. Mostly Goto is getting ready for work, and this is where, Mika's saying, oh, are you ready to go to school? Where's the uniform? This is where Issei says, I never got a uniform. This is where, Mika says, alright, well, we go talk to the school. This is where, Issei says, Mom, you realize it's a really, how do you not know Kuoh Academy is an all-girls school? This is where Mika and Goto looks at each other. He kind of chuckles and says that the academy really just switched towards a general neutral kind of place. There's males and girls, but mostly girls dominate more than guys. But it did switch about mostly a month ago. And that's why we decided to choose it, because it's kind of close to our house. This is where, Issei says, and you're not worried about paying how much money? This is where, it might look like a lot, but it's not a lot. This is where Issei said, okay, fine. This is where Issei is wearing a black by orange kind of coat. Yeah, it's kind of like this. It's kind of white inside it, but yeah. This is where he's wearing black pants. His belt is similar towards his coat. And of course, this is where, he's walking next to his mom. Now, of course, they get to the school to kind of get the uniform and buy it, whatever. But of course, this is where, when Issei is walking through like the gates, this is where a guy says, who's the old lady? And also, who's the older looking boy? This is where a girl says, oh my god, he looks quite scary. So Issei does have a scary looking face. He's always angry and doesn't really care. But of course, people are just kind of whispering. And this is where Issei's kind of getting tick marks. Issei, if he's not next to his mother, he's going to literally call them and tell them to shut the fuck up. Or fight him because he doesn't give a damn. This is where, even though he doesn't like picking fights, it's really annoying to hear whispers and whispers and whispers. He already had to deal with that in his old school, but that wasn't enough fucking whispers to annoy him that much. This is where, he's going with his mom, and of course they get to the president kind of council office, and of course where, Sona kind of meets him up, and of course where she says her name is Irina, and of course where, she does get the uniform for Issei because she doesn't like how Issei's wearing that uniform or mostly clothing. But yeah, Issei scoffs and doesn't care. This is where, mostly, Irina kind of looks at Mika, and Mika kind of just is happy and other stuff, while Issei has a very angry looking expression and quite annoyed in the school. But yeah, he's already hearing multiple whispers. This is where, Mika says, it's quite fine. I really just want, my sweet Issei, Chan to kind of have a very good, school life. So yeah, thank you again for accepting, Issei. I know Issei doesn't have the best record of anything, but please thank you again. This is where Sona says, no, it's fine. This is where, well, she kind of does tell Sabaki to kind of get the uniform for, Issei, and of course, well, Issei's height is, so Issei's height is 5'8.5", and this is where, well, he does get the uniform, and this is where, well, Issei had to go change out of his clothing and kind of, well, wear this uniform. This is where, well, Mika says, okay, well, I'll be taking your original clothes to the house, okay? You're going to have to stay here and go into your first date. Issei scoffs and says, really? Seriously? Fuck. This is where, well, Issei says, yeah, Mom. Don't worry, I won't get kicked out. That's not me. This is where Mika kind of screams at him and say, don't get kicked out. I'm promising, don't you dare get kicked out. Issei says, I won't. Issei's walking away. Issei kinda has this evilish smirk and says, I'm getting kicked the fuck out. First chance I get, I'm getting the hell out of this place. Hell no. This doesn't seem the place for me. I definitely don't like this place. For some reason, I'm getting creepy vibes, like someone's staring at me. This is where, well, Issei is kind of walking around this hallway. Of course, he forgot to get the paper for his classroom, because his mom literally has it, and that's where he didn't actually grab it. He said, oh fuck, I forgot the paper. Where's the whole present council office? Oh shit. Yeah, Issei kind of got lost. This is where Issei is looking around until he bumped into a red-haired girl. This is where, well, the red-haired girl kind of falls down. Issei falls down, and Issei said, ow. That hurt like a bitch. Wasn't expecting that. This is where, well, the red-haired girl says, ow. This is where, when they open their eyes, tealish blue meets kind of goldenish brown. This is where, well, Issei said, sorry. This is where Issei gets up and kind of lifts his hand, mostly kind of gives her a hand, and this is where, well, Issei says, sorry about that. The name's, not really important. This is where, well, mostly the red hair says, that's quite rude for not giving out a name. Fine, yes. The name's Issei Kurosaki. This is where, well, Ryo says, Issei Kurosaki. Interesting. What an interesting name. What an interesting name, yep. This is where, well, Issei says, what's your name? This is where, well, she says, Ria's Grammary. This is where Issei says, okay. Do you know where the president council room is at? Because I am still quite new to this school. This is where Rios kind of giggles at his, action, and said, yes, it will be over here. This is where, well, she kind of just leads Issei towards the room, and this is where Issei said, okay, sweet. This is where he kind of walks in, and this is where, well, Sona was confused and said, yes, Hyodo, do you need something? Issei said, I need another, list of, my schedule. This is where Sona says, what happened to the other one? I forgot to grab it from my mom, and I think she took it. This is where, well, Sona sighs, and of course gets another one. This is where, well, here, don't lose that one, Kurosaki. Well, mostly not Kurosaki, Hyodo. This is where Issei sighs and says, yeah. This is where, well, Issei managed to get out, and Issei says, where the fuck is that classroom? Oh god, I'm so lost again. Wait, where's the red hair? Oh shit, she's gone. What was her name? Rainer? No. Rabble? No. Ready? Red hair? No. Issei forgot about her name entirely. Yes, if you don't know about this, but Ichigo does forget about people's names and faces. So, of course, he completely forgot about her, her name. This is where Issei said, I don't remember her name. This is where, well, Issei, he's at, he is 17, no. Yeah, he is 17. So he is the second year, not the third year. So, yeah. This is where Issei said, I need to find where this classroom be. This is where he keeps walking around, and of course someone kind of walked past him, mostly a girl with kind of silverish whitish hair, and of course these golden eyes, and this is where she is not really wearing the uniform. This is where Issei said, hey, you. This is where, well, the girl kind of looks at him and kind of glances, and really doesn't care in what he needs that much. Issei kind of sees that she just walked away, and this is where Issei said, okay, fuck you too. This is where Issei kind of thinks people are really annoying this school that much. There's one nice person, there's some people that piss him off, and then there's some people that just straight up ignores him. Fuck this. This is where Issei is straight up trying to look for this fucking classroom. It takes him a whole fucking hour until he finds it, but then he just rings the bell. oh, fuck. This is where, well, he then walks to his next classroom because, well, fuck it, he doesn't know where to go. This is where he says, son of a biscuit, where's this classroom? This is where he gets lost. There was 5 minutes left and the bell rings again. He says, oh shit, god damn it. Where's the layout of this fucking school? Fucking give me a map or something. This is where Issei is already lost. He's trying to find this place. For some reason, this place kind of gives him that fucking deja vu of like being somewhere. Yes, if he kind of remembers somewhere of the Soul Society getting lost and Kapachi also kind of getting lost, but yeah. Also, was that Thunderstrike? So there's a good chance there might be a Thunderstrike later, or a sound, because it's all bluish. Yep, there's the sound. But not the point. Now, I know I should mention before I go on, there is a storm kind of happening right now, but yeah. Let me go into this water and let me shut the fuck up, but yeah. Now, we go into Issei literally trying to find his classroom and saying, where the fuck is this? This is where Issei is on the cross of the school. He just doesn't know this. This is where he bumps into someone who seems to be younger. And of course, she seems to be eating chips, or not eating chips, eating something sweet. He says, can you help me? This is where the girl kind of looks up with these emotionless eyes. Issei almost flinches, but this is where, well, the girl nodded. This is where he says, where is this classroom? This is where she says, across the school. He says, oh, for fuck's sake. I hate my life. This is where, well, the girl kind of seems kind of amused, but not that amused. And of course, just walks away. This is where, well, she kind of noticed that Issei isn't much of a pervert. She's just getting lost really easily. So I'm here now. Where's the classroom now? He's looking around and thinking, oh, for fuck's sake, where is the classroom? This is where he's walking around kind of getting lost again and somehow ending up at the Kendo class. This is where he says, wait, this isn't the right school? I was on the 2nd floor. How the fuck did I get here? Why do I feel like I'm like that one green-haired mossy guy in that one crew? That was it called? What was that anime called? One Piece, yes. Why do I feel like I got his fucking getting lost syndrome? I hate my life. This is where, well, he was about to get struck with the sword, but of course like a bamboo sword, and this is where he managed to dodge. This is where Issei's instant managed to dodge. He kind of jumped away from him. This is where, well, someone struck at him, and this is where, well, this girl kind of has brownish eyes and of course brownish hair. She has a Kendo sword, and this is where she says, pervert. Issei says, pervert? Huh? Oh, wait, I'm still in this place. Wait, can't I get... This is where she tries to strike at him again, and this is where he says, okay, you really suck at either striking me, or just in general, you can't really hit me. But can I really help you in this vice? This is where he's swinging the paper up and down. This is where, well, the girl kind of looks at him confusedly, thinking that he was a pervert, but this is where she kind of says, okay, give me the paper. This is where he gives her the paper, and this is where she kind of says, okay, we're in the 2nd period, and your 2nd period is up in the floor, normalcy, on top on B200. How did you get lost this bad? Issei said, I don't know the layout of the school. I don't know how I got across the school and then back here, and then I don't know where the fuck am I. This is where she sighs and says, right now we have Kendo practice. Well, I have Kendo practice because I don't really want to go to my 2nd classroom because I have so many perverts. But you're in B200. It seems that I have you in some of these classes. What's your name? This is where, well, Issei says, oh, the name's Issei Kurosaki. This is where she kind of looks up and says, why does they say Hyoto? I don't know why they say Hyoto. I really like the last name Kurosaki, but they won't let me change it. I tried to change my first name to Ichigo Hyoto, but that didn't really make any sense. I don't know why. I'm sad. This is where, well, this is where the girl kind of says, okay. Stop becoming depressed. Jesus Christ, I can feel an aura of depression. This is where he says, so can you help me? This is where, well, she says, fine. This is where, well, she does have to lead him towards where the classroom's at. And this is where Issei kind of bows down and says, thank you. This is where, well, Issei knocks at the door. And this is where, well, the door opens. And of course, this kind of older man says, huh? Who are you? I'm the new student. This is where, well, you're the new student. What's your name? Issei Hyoto. This is where, well, Issei Hyoto. Okay, then come in. This is where, well, multiple guys think it's actually a pretty new student being a girl student, and of course, girls think it's a guy. This is where, well, what they got to see is a guy, and this is where guys falls down. Even two perverts who fall down. This is where, well, two of those perverts notice who it was, and this is where they get scared. They're sweat dropping right now. This is where, well, the girls think that this person has an intimidating looking face, and of course the guys thinks, oh god, he might be a punk, he's literally trying to cause trouble in school. Shit. This is where, well, Issei bows down and says, my name is Issei Hyodo. This is where, well, he then kind of looks up and no one really has questions. And this is where, well, Issei says, well, I have no questions for you neither, so bye. This is where, well, someone kind of raised their hands, mostly this girl with kind of brownish hair and olive eyes. And this is where she kind of says, what's your name? Well, not what's your name, where you came from. This is where, well, Issei says, chinga de pinche madre. This is where Issei cuts in Spanish. This is where Issei doesn't know how to speak in Spanish, but this is where, well, Issei kind of looks up and says, huh? Oh, what's it called? I'm originally from, what's it called? This is where Issei says, the name, well, my original town is called Kuoh. And yeah, this is where, well, the person nodded, and this is where, well, Issei kind of looks at the two, pervert guys, and Issei said, and you two. This is where, well, the girls and mostly guys are confused because those are the dual perverts, and this is where, well, what's it called? Both of them say, yes, Issei-kun. This is where, well, Issei says, first of all, don't call me kun before I clock you guys in the face. This is where they say, yeah. This is where Issei said, where the hell do I remember you guys from? Oh, that reminds me. You two were the two perverts that I clocked in the face so hard last time when I actually moved to this town about a month ago. This is where everyone was surprised. This is where, well, they said, oh shit, we're so dead. Why are you here? This is where Issei says, because this shit was close to my house. Now don't worry about this. I don't know I don't know why, but I have the sudden urge to kick you guys out the window. So, want to go out the window, want to go outside? This is where they say, we're not going out anywhere. Yeah, they try to fight at Issei, and this is where Issei kicks one in the face, and this is where it grabs one, and what's it called, his arm, and kind of just twists him up, and this is where it just throws him out into the back, well, mostly in the back of the room. Issei says, you guys suck. This is where everyone's surprised. He literally just kicked the shit out of the two pervert duo. This is where Issei says, Scott, whatever. God, I don't know why, but you guys literally remind me of some people. I don't know why. Issei sits down at the empty spot, and everyone just shocked, dumbfounded, ... whatever. But everyone goes on with the normal day, but yeah. This is where, the whole day was a mess for Issei because he clearly completely forgot, well, not completely forgot, completely got lost in every single hour of classroom, but yeah, everyone was confused on why he was 30 minutes late. And that was because he literally got lost. This kind of goes on for like two more days, but yeah. And this is where, well, Sona, she had enough of it and kind of just says, okay, how are you getting lost? He says, that's a good check. I don't know how. Why is this freaking layout so damn confusing? I need help. This is where, well, Sona says, who the hell do I get to help you? Oh, Sanji. This is where she tells Sanji to help Issei here, which, well, Sanji is a pretty boy, and of course Issei is kind of looking like a bad boy, and of course, where, well, everyone thinks that they were kind of fight or something or whatever, because, well, Sanji, he doesn't look like a pervert, and Issei neither, so of course they really don't fight. This is where Issei is not much of a pervert and doesn't really care. Sanji does bring him to his classroom and kind of telling him, so this is where it be at, this is where it be at, and this is where it be at. Issei said, why is this place so damn confusing? This is where Sanji is not supposed to be, but somehow you make it damn confusing. Issei said, huh? How do I make it confusing? How the hell did you get lost then? This is where Issei said, okay, fine, leave me alone. This is where, well, people did question about his orange hair if it was all natural, which it is. For some reason, Issei's hair is all natural orange. He doesn't know why, but his parents don't have orange hair. It's mostly him. He was born to have orange hair, but yeah. Issei said, I really don't know why. That's where, well, Issei the whole day has been hearing rumors and rumors and rumors and rumors and rumors, and this is where Issei says, okay, what is the best month to get kicked out of this school. You go to another one. He even asked the person who was literally bringing him to classes, and this is where he asked him, what is the best way to get kicked out of the school and kind of go to another school? This is where Sanji was confused and said, why would you want to go to another school? I already had enough of this shit. Literally, I get lost in this place. This place is so confusing to me. But at the same time, there's too many rumors, and I hate rumors. This is where, Sanji switch up and says, well, I don't really know how to tell you this, but I should not be telling you this. But the best way to get kicked out is literally to start fighting someone who seems to be popular. And that means everyone will hate you at the same time. So are you really wanting to be hated by everyone? Issei straight up says yes. This is where Sanji says, okay, what the fuck? Do you not like anyone? Not really. I don't really like anyone that much. Fine. This is where, still, I'm quite surprised that you get kind of lost most of the time, but yeah. So, you can fight me, and I'll probably kick your ass. Issei, Shoko Sensei. He kind of almost burst into laughter. This is where, Sanji says, huh? Why are you laughing? I can definitely kick your ass. This is where, Issei says, not trying to be offensive, but you don't look like someone that can kick my ass. You orange hair fucker. This is where Issei says, okay, you dirty blonde fucker. How about you fuck off? Now, I gotta pick somewhere to easily kind of kick the shit out of. Where to go? This is where, Sanji says, wait, no, your next classroom. Don't worry, I can find it later. This is where, Sanji says, but you get lost. No, get back here. This is where Issei, he did kind of get lost. And of course, the whole school hours are kind of him getting lost. But yeah, this is where Sanji tried to find him, but gave up after a while, realizing that he even lost Issei somehow. But yeah, this is where, we go into Issei. Issei is right now kind of finding a ghost. This ghost is kind of crying. And of course, this is where, she is kind of, mostly a teenage ghost. And this is where she says, she's crying. And of course, when Issei said, hey, are you okay? This is where, she's kind of like sitting on a tree branch. And this is where, Issei sitting next to her. And this is where, she said, you can see me? This is where, Issei says, of course I can. You're a ghost, aren't you? This is where, Issei kind of just grins at her with a very gentle smile. And this is where, she's surprised. But I thought normal humans couldn't see me. This is where Issei said, I'm not a normal human. I don't know what I am, but I always had the ability to see, ghosts. And I always had the urge to protect them, so yeah. This is where, she kind of says, that's interesting. Issei said, yeah. Well, my name is Issei Kurosaki. Your name is? This is where she kind of says, the name is Kariana, Moriana, not Moriana, mostly Kariana, Shin. Well, yeah, Kariana Shin. This is where, he says, okay. So, want to meet up here all the time? I could be your friend. This is where, Kariana says, really? Thank you. This is where she grins at him, and this is where mostly gentle smile, but yeah. This is where, we go into mostly a couple of days later. Now, Issei has managed to kind of figure out the layout of the school, somehow. But of course, this is where, he kind of says, this is much easier. This is where Issei has always went to the same spot to meet the ghost, because that was the only fucking friend that he could ever make in the school. Of course, he has also beaten up the two duo perverts, which everyone calls them the Slayer of the Beast, because those are two perverts. But yeah, and of course, everyone is kind of happy. Now, of course, one day, everyone was kind of wondering where Issei always kind of go for lunch, because some girls were kind of interested in actually talking to him, which Issei was not. He said, yeah, no, fuck that. But of course, Issei was always talking to the ghost, mostly Kariana. Of course, when Issei was going out of, the lunchroom, he kind of saw something that kind of made his bone kind of become cold and quite boiling and angry. Well, not cold, mostly became quite angry and boiling. So when Issei saw what he just noticed, he saw was a group of guys kind of vandalizing a kind of graveyard. Now this graveyard is none other than Kariana's, Shin's graveyard. And of course she only has like this little kind of cross and this flowers. And of course Kariana is kind of sitting on the tree crying. That's where Issei gets annoyed. These 5 guys were kind of just like kind of vandalizing her, and this is where they're kind of just chuckling at the, what's it called, mostly mess what they're doing. But of course, this is where, well, so of course, what Issei sees is kind of something that really pisses him off. This is where Issei starts running towards what they're doing towards the vandalizing. And this is where when Issei kind of gets to the place, he kind of just drop kicks someone's head into the ground. This is where, well, these guys are kind of just gangsters and thugs mostly. And this is where they say, huh? Who are you? This is where he says, you're a worst fucking nightmare. Issei punches one guy in the face, kind of cracking his nose. This is where the other two right now swing these kind of like wooden sticks at Issei, but Issei managed to grab them and of course take them out of their hands and right now clock them in the head, knocking them out. But yeah, this is where, well, two of them they tried to swing it at Issei, but this is where Issei grabs the sticks and literally kind of bonks him in the head, just knocking them out so easily. This is where, well, two others tried to rush at Issei trying to hit him. Well, mostly not two others. Mostly the last guy pulls out a knife and says, die! This is where, well, Issei's one of his eyes turned black for a second, yellow. And this is where Issei says, you said die? But too bad. This is where Issei's voice becomes different. This is where Issei didn't know what was happening. But of course, he kicked the shit out of this guy in the head. Right now, smashing him to a tree. An accident, but of course, the guy got knocked out. Ugh. This is where blood did kind of splat onto the tree. Now, Issei didn't mean to do something like that, but of course, something really snapped out of him. Mostly, he did freeze up when he saw the knife, but for some reason, something took control of him and right now protected him, making his body move. But of course, Issei didn't know what happened, but of course, this is where he kind of goes up to see if the girl is fine. And this is where, well, the girl says, you didn't need to do something like that. He says, of course I needed to do something like that. Those assholes were kind of a jerk. Why would they kind of destroy a graveyard that was yours? Oh, hell no. Okay, guys, I don't know what to do, but before I go on with this what if, there's actually quite a small problem here. So where I live, usually what's it called, tornado drills are usually kind of often on Saturday, kind of like mid-morning, somewhere there, around there. And right now I can hear the tornado drill. And it's not a tornado drill. Right now, it's the middle of the night. Well, almost the middle of the night. It's kind of 9 o'clock. And it's still Sunday. And I can hear that shit kind of right now beaming. It's not near me, but I can hear it from somewhere else. But of course, if I hear that shit, if I see a tornado, I'm fucking screwed. But yeah. So, yeah, I'm just telling you guys now. But whatever. Let me go back into what if and try not to focus on this storm. So, we go into mostly Issei kind of seeing Kariana. Kariana says, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. This is where, well, she's right now hugging Issei, even though she can barely hug him. But this is where Issei says, you're welcome. This is where, well, Issei kind of fixed the graveyard, even if he could fix it. He fixed the flowers, and of course, this is where he then drops the dumbasses in somewhere else, mostly near a trash can, didn't care that much. And this is where, well, he says, well, those ideas are done. This is where, well, someone said, quite interesting. You got some quite skills there. This is where, well, Issei turns around and sees the same silverish hair girl who had, what's it called, golden eyes. This is where, well, Issei says, don't know who you are. Wait, I know who you are. You're that rude lady who kind of didn't give me any instruction to fucking help my fucking problem finding the damn classroom. Thanks, bitch. This is where Issei really cussed her out and didn't really care that much. This is where Issei walks away, and this is where she kind of gets a check mark and says, really? Just because I compliment you now and then I didn't help you later, why would I have to kind of help such an idiot who gets lost on a daily basis? You look like a punk half the time who wanted to pick a fight and looked like he could pick a fight on a girl. This is where, well, he said, do I look like I want to be fighting a girl? No, I don't. Now, if you don't mind me, I gotta go fix that whole graveyard. Now, bye. This is where, well, Issei walks away from her, and this is where, well, she says, graveyard. Oh yeah, that graveyard. Don't care about what that graveyard is, but the power you release for a while. Wanna know what that is. This is where, well, Issei walks away, and of course, the where, well, he kind of fixed the graveyard, yeah. And this is where, well, he started kind of packing up and kind of going home, and this is where Kaya says, thank you again. Issei says, don't worry about it. This is where Issei kind of goes towards the car, mostly getting out of the school until he feels like he's being watched and does narrow his eyes and notice the red hair girl and thought he's seen her before. Where the hell have I seen her before? Who cares? I don't know why she's staring at me, but I don't care. This is where, Issei kind of goes home, but before going home, he went to get a vase and water and kind of put flowers into most of the little girl's kind of place. But of course, kind of heard this kind of like scream, mostly the scream in the background. Wait. So this is the scream they hear, or mostly Issei hears. Now, of course, Issei was confused until he kind of is confused and was like wondering what the hell that was. And this is where, Issei says, that's weird. I don't really care. This is where, Issei kind of goes to kind of put the flowers down, and mostly for the girl. And this is where, he kind of sees the little girl kind of scared and saying, what's that noise? Issei says, don't know. I might go check it out later. This is where Issei went to go check it out. And of course, what's it called? Thing that he found was mostly a footprint, and he was like confused. What the hell is that? But why the hell did that scream seem familiar? I never heard it in my life. Quite interesting. This is where, Issei then walks away and kind of was about to go home until a girl kind of asked him out, mostly this blackish hair girl, with kind of pinkish eyes, and of course, kind of violet eyes. And this is where she was kind of asking him out with cutely, and this is where Issei said, sure, I guess. This is where, she grins and says, good. This is where, she then tells him where to go, and this is where Issei does kind of show up. Mostly like in original canon happens, it's just Issei is a little bit more stern and mostly serious, but yeah. This is where, we go into, mostly the afternoon. This is where, she says, I want to tell you something. May you die for me? Issei says, that's an odd, interesting question. No. Issei kind of answers quick, no. This is where, she was surprised, but this is where she turns into a fallen angel and throws a light spirit through Issei's chest. Issei goes, duh! That hurt like a bitch. This is where Issei falls down to the ground, and this is where he's coughing up blood. And this is where she says, at least you're gonna die. Goodbye. This is where she flies off, but yeah. This is where Issei says, damn, I'm literally gonna die. This seems really fucking bad. But this is where, he hears another scream in the distance. Okay, mostly in the distance, and this is what he hears. Now, of course, he's hearing that, and this is where he then hears a scream of two people that he kind of notices scream distance, and it mostly sounds like Hyena, the spirit over there at Kuoh, and also the spirit near that was called Vase. This is where, he says, no, couldn't even protect myself. He did actually dodge some of the light spirit. He didn't just like let it happen, but two light spirit did actually manage to stab him from behind, mostly a blue, yellow, and even kind of reddish color. But yeah, of course, right there, so pinkish light spirit managed to stab him in the, what's it called? Not yeah, light spirit kind of stabbed him in the chest. But yeah, this is where he says, damn it, what are they? Don't know. This is where he's dying slowly until he kind of appears mostly out of his body, mostly as a spirit, and saying, damn, I'm already dying. This is where his chain is actually disappearing. He says, damn, I'm seriously going to die. This is where, he then feels like something is kind of, the chain does disappear fully. And this is where, this kind of whitish thing started appearing in his mouth. And this is where he's screaming, ah! Yeah! He's trying to fight back, and whatever is trying to take control of him. But this is where, he appears in his mind, kept confused. He was like, what the fuck is happening? This is where, he looks around confusedly, and this is where, something kind of appears. Two people appear. A guy with kind of longish brownish hair, and of course glasses, and another person with kind of the opposite looking like him. Mostly having white kind of hair, kind of blackish eyes, mostly like blackish around its eyes being yellow completely, mostly the yellow pupils. And of course, where, he kind of has a grayish color of skin. This is where, he has a blue tongue, and of course is just laughing at what's it called, Issei's misery. Saying, ha! It seems that what's it called, the king has awakened. So, King, how's it been doing? You've been doing quite fine, haven't you? This is where he says, hey, who the hell are you two? This is where, This is where Hollow, he says, mostly Shiro, says, I'm so sad he forgot about me. Oh, well. It's quite interesting. You look like you were about to be in the, what's it called, the verge of death. This is where, well, someone outside from Issei's, like, mostly outside his mindscape, and we go into Issei's body. Of course, he's bleeding, and this is where someone says, please resurrect and serve me now as my pawn, my 8-piece pawn. This is where the pawn's really just rejected out of Issei's body, and this is where she says, huh? No, that can't be. This is where she then says, become a rook, become a bishop. Nope. What? No. Damn it. Why aren't you reincarnating? This is where, well, she's really trying until someone appears next to her and saying, well, you're having really trouble. Or it's probably because you're not strong enough. This is where Rias glares at the new person. Go away, Valerie. Go the fuck away from me. Valerie sighs and says, look here, this is how you do it. This is where she says, reincarnate as my queen. Issei Hyoto. Nope. How? This is where she goes, I am much more powerful than this red-haired bitch. How are you not going to serve me? This is where, well, Ria says, so what do you say? This is where they start arguing, but yeah. This is where, well, Issei is going to be like, so my understanding is that you're my hollow self, you're my Quincy self, and I'm a Soul Reaper. Yes. This is where Issei turns around and then hears what's it called, someone kind of like looking at him and just like laughing, saying, wow, so you did really get it. Well, not laughing at him. And this is where, well, he kind of says, so I'm supposed to be this person named Ichigo Kurosaki, which I did take his last name, but that was just because it sounds cool. This is where, well, someone chuckles, and this is where Issei turns around and sees him, but mostly an older version of himself, and mostly quite different looking. He has actually, what's it called, these, this is what, well, Ichigo does have brown eyes, so, I mean, they look kind of similar. It's just, Issei's eyes are kind of goldenish a little bit, but yeah, goldenish brown, but yeah. This is where, well, Issei says, you're me, but I'm not you entirely. The person says, the name's Ichigo Kurosaki. I am a Soul Reaper, and you have met what's it called, Shiro here, and mostly, well, Zangetsu, also it's a Quincy side. Mostly, well, they're both Zangetsu, and, well, you have finally kind of awoken. Mostly, you did die, and now you're going to become a Soul Reaper. Be happy, kid. This is where, well, Issei says, am I supposed to be happy? Kinda. Why not? This is where, well, Issei says, but I also gotta tell you something. It seems that the Hollows has actually came to this world, so you're gonna have to be the protector of all souls and kind of send them back to the Soul Society. Or mostly send the souls to the Soul Society. I don't know who's running the business right now, or mostly the Soul Society, but it doesn't matter. So good luck, kid. This is where, well, he kind of just pokes Issei in the forehead, and Issei says, ow, jerk. I'm just saying, good luck, kid. Besides, don't worry. You will have my power, you will have Shiro's power, and the Quincy's power. So just good luck. This is where he started turning to actually, like, cracking and turn to dust. This is where Issei says, wait, how am I gonna learn how to use your powers? Don't worry, you will find out one way. Your body probably would also merge with your human body, so don't worry. I don't know. Well, good luck, kid. This is where, well, Issei said, wait, no! This is where, well, Issei was actually waking up, and this is where he exploded with power, and this is where, well, he's right now in his Soul Reaper power. This is where Issei says, what the hell am I now? This is where, well, Issei is now his Soul Reaper power, and this is where, well, both, what's it called, Shiro and the Quincy, mostly, I forgot his actual name. He probably does have a name. He kind of looks like Yu-Hao, but don't worry about it. Kind of said, you're right now in your Soul Reaper power. I think you can fuse it with your actual original body. And then you can use a Hado to kind of heal it, but yeah. This is where, well, he said, hey, how do I use Hado? Don't worry about that. This is where we will tell you when you get into your body and heal it before you actually turn into a permanent Soul Reaper. Okay, fine. Issei jumps into his, like, what's it called, mostly, body. And, of course, where, well, two of the girls are kind of just yelling at each other. Of course, Issei noticed this, and, of course, he didn't care about them even one bit. But, of course, where, well, mostly two other people up here kind of just watching this. And right now, sighing and saying, you know he's already dead. He's probably already dead. one girl kind of said, with purplish hair kind of told the whitish hair girl, who was named Valerie. And of course, where the blackish hair told her best friend named Ria to stop this because he's already dead. And this is where Issei wakes up and says, holy shit, that sucks. Whatever. Hado, number 55, healing permanently. This is where he heals and says, oh shit, I'm healed. Yes, I'm not dead. Fuck you, you fucking fallen angel, whatever the fuck you were. Ah, that fucking hurted. Whip. I'm perfectly fine. Fuck yeah. This is where he starts running off. This is where he said, so how the hell do I go into hollow form or whatever the hell I'm supposed to go? You kind of just activate that shit? How? That's a good question, Shiro said. I don't know. Your body is literally just going to become a Soul Reaper. And you are kind of already a Soul Reaper. So, just call out our name. Zangetsu! This is where a sword appears in his hand. This is where he transforms into clothing and just right now flies off. What the fuck? I can fly. Whee! So, of course, this is where the four girls are kind of just blink, 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 blink. This is where they say, the fuck did we just watch? This is where all of them just kind of are confused. Issei says, where's the hollow now? This is where, well, he's trying to sense and senses where the hollows are at. This is where, well, I hope I'm not too late. This is where Issei is flying off. And this is where, well, the girl says, should we follow him? This is where, well, purplish hair girl kind of says. This is where Valerie says, oh, fuck no, I'm not letting my freaking queen literally fly off without me. This is where, well, Ricky says, no, he's my pawn piece. This is where, well, they're kind of arguing, but of course they're flying off using their bat wings. And this is where, well, they kind of find where Issei's at. And this is where this giant kind of creature appears right in front of them. Because, well, when Issei kind of woke up, he didn't notice, but he accidentally added a little bit of too much spiritual pressure to making them actually now be able to see hollows. This is where, well, this hollow was trying to devour a little girl. And this is where he says, die! This is where he cuts the, what's it called, hollow's mask in half. And right now making disappear. This is where, well, little girl said, Issei. Issei said, hey, well, hey, Sayana. This is where Sayana says, Issei, you came. This is where Issei says, I did. Now don't worry, I can bring you back to the Soul Society. This is where, well, he kind of just hits her in the, with using the sheath, or not the sheath, mostly the handle of the sword. And of course, this is where a marking appears, and this is where she says, may I be going then? Yep, you'll be going to the next afterlife. This is where, well, she smiles and says, thank you, Issei. This is where Issei then says, you're welcome. Well, I should be going then. This is where he flies off right now, flying towards the school. And this is where the girls are kind of seeing him going to the school. And of course, the where Sona says, what is he thinking? No. I hope he doesn't destroy it. Issei goes to the school and of course sees a, what's it called, hollow about to try to devour Kayana. And this is where Issei says, let go of her. He cuts the arm off of, well, mostly cuts off the two arms that was holding Kayana, and Kayana falls down. This is what Kayana says, Issei? Issei says, you may go also to the spirit world. Don't worry, you will be free from all these chaos and other stuff. This is where she smiles and says, thank you. This is where, well, she disappears. And this is where the hollow is screaming. Right now, just screaming for more backup. And this is where, well, he's kind of screaming. And this is where, well, Issei said, you bastard, I'm going to cut you down. This is where, well, hollows are appearing, mostly dark portals are appearing. And this is where, well, Rias, Sona, and also Valerie, and also the purple hair girl named Takana kind of sees this. And this is where they see the hollows are actually about to try to attack them. This is where, well, Issei, right now with his sword. This is where, well, he kind of looks at these hollows and say, hey, bastards! This is where, well, the hollows kind of turn around and see Issei. And this is where his spiritual pressure is right now, well, launching off his body. And this is where Issei puts his, like, hand right now in front of him. Well, mostly his sword right in front of him. Puts, well, his left hand onto his sword. And this is where, well, the sword that he has right now is mostly the kind of knife-looking one. Most the one that he has in the beginning, Ichigo has. But yeah, and this is where, well, the kind of bandages started appearing around his hand. This is where, well, mostly kind of going around his hand. Don't worry about that. This is where, well, he says, this is where, well, Issei kind of says, Bun! Kai! This is where an explosive, what's it called, Rialto exploded from his body. And of course, smoke started covering up his body. This is where what everyone sees is, well, his clothes become much more sharper and, of course, just become like fully black. Kind of becoming more like a, what's it called, in his Bankai state, but yeah. And, of course, this is where, well, theme song started playing out of nowhere. Let me now reveal like #1. Shouting to everyone. So yeah, that theme song is literally playing in his background, and this is where Issei right now his eyes become much sharper, and this is where he disappears right now, cutting multiple hollows in an instant. This is where Issei says die. This is where most of the hollows rushes at him, trying to get him. This is where so many hollows try to attack him, and this is where Issei right now easily cuts them all down. This is where one hollow right now screeches so loud that this is where mostly the four girls try to cover up their ears until this is where something appears up in the air. A giant hollow, a mento grande. This is where, the grande screams, and this is where Issei looks at it. Get to God! This is where he swings his sword down, or mostly, down. And of course, not down, mostly up. And of course, this red and black kind of like color slash appears. Right now, slashing the mento grande straight through the mask and destroying in an instant. This is where the mostly portal started disappearing, or the vortex or whatever. This is where Issei said, fuck you, you fucking bastard. This is where Issei still cusses, but yeah, he doesn't care. Of course, this is where his theme song is still playing. Okay, I don't know why. Okay, leave me alone. I know that some people be like confused. Why you like this? Because I can. But of course, not the point. This is where Issei said, hope that bastard can stay dead. That sucks. This is where, Issei then kind of looks at the girls, and this is where the girls kind of looks at him with just confused eyes, like, what the fuck did you just do? This is where, Issei said, oh shit, you can see me, can you? This is where they said, yes, we can. You also saw the hollows, didn't you? Is that what they're called? Then yes, we did. Issei said, I drop off. This is where he says, I drop out from the school. You won't take me alive. Fuck this shit. This is where, Issei's now trying to fly away. But of course, this is where he felt much weaker, and this is where he couldn't fly. This is where he said, oh shit, I can't fly. Fuck. This is where, both Rias and Valeria appear right in front of him, and says, we have multiple questions for you. And of course, we can see that you can't move your body. Issei said, oh God. Please, for the love of God, someone save me. God, if you're hearing me, strike me with lightning and end my life. Someone save me. Someone, please. This is where, everyone's getting the headache because this is where Valerie says, shut the hell up already. God, can you not say that name? Which one? Love? No. What then? Kill? No. God? Oh, yes, you asshole. This is where, Issei said, why are you kind of getting hurt by the name word God? God? This is where, Valerie says, I swear to God, if you don't stop, God, I'm going to kick you. God, I'm going to literally kick you in the fucking head. This is where Issei said, why would that hurt you? That reminds me, I did read a book about devils, fallen angels, and other stuff. What was that called? I don't care. But if I said the word God, this is where Valerie says, I'm going to kick you so hard in the head. Then that means that you're a devil. Oh God, I'm dead. This is where, Valerie says, you are going to be dead in a few seconds if you keep saying God. This is where she gets a headache and realizes that she said it. She looked at Issei with his murderous eyes, and Issei said, oh, please save me. Someone, for the love of God, help me. I don't want to die by a devil. This is where, Valerie looks at him. I'm going to kick you so damn hard. So you don't complain to me. This is where Issei said, oh shit, I'm dead. This is where, Valerie says, but I can't kick you. No, not until you answer some questions. Issei said, okay, what do you want to know? What the hell are you? What should I tell them? This is where Shiro says, you should let me take control. Issei said, I don't know about that. I have a great feeling that this probably be a bad idea. This is where the Quincy side says, yes, it's a terrible idea. Don't you dare let him take control. But after that, I can't even get out of my body. So, what should I do? This is where Shiro says, let me take control. Don't worry. Everyone will freak out and run away from me. I don't feel, but then I don't have really an option. This is where Issei said, fine, I'll let you take control. Yes. This is where the Quincy says, this is going to be a bad idea. We go outside, and this is where, well, Valerie says, did he pass out? Well, I gotta, this is where before she even grabs Issei, Issei grabs her arm and says, sorry about that, girl. This is where, well, his voice becomes much more raspy and different. And this is where, well, Valerie was confused until she was pushed away. Mostly she was thrown away. And this is where, well, everyone was confused. This is where Valerie managed to land down on her feet and says, who the hell are you? And this is where, well, a mask started appearing on Issei's face. And this is where Issei said, it seems that I'm free in this world to do whatever. Well, that's interesting, right? My name isn't Issei, and you don't need to know who the hell I am. All you gotta know is I am your killer. This is where, well, Issei, well, mostly, yes, Issei, Hollow Issei right now grabs a sword and says, Getsuga Tensho! He swings a Getsuga Tensho straight towards all of them. This is where all of them wind their eyes. This is where they all tried to jump, which they did. And of course, this is where, well, the ground underneath them explodes. This is where, Valerie says, divide! This is where, well, she activates Albion. This is where Albion says, I can't divide the attack. Whatever he's using seems to be much more powerful and potent. I can't, for some reason, divide it. Damn it. This is where, well, they see with the dust disappear. This is where the dust is gone. Or mostly, not the dust. Issei is gone. Issei is back at his house saying, that went well. Yeah. Issei passed out in his room right now, falling asleep. But yeah, he's out of his, like, Shinigami sleep. But yeah. Issei is going, But yeah, that's where Issei falls asleep. But yeah, the next day happens, and of course, where Issei, he is kind of wondering, I want to go to school. I want to move. Yeah, I want to move. Definitely going to move. This is where, well, Issei decides to ditch the school. They ditched the school there for like a couple of days. Kind of went to save some, what's it called? Souls, and kind of send them to the, what's it called, Soul Society. And yeah, that's where Issei said, I don't really want to go to school. This is where, well, someone appeared behind him and tried to punch him, but this is where, well, Issei managed to catch the fist and just throw them to the wall. This is where Issei said, what the hell was that? I think I grabbed something on accident and threw it. This is where Shiro says, hey, who gives a shit, and what was it? This is where, well, something appears out of the rubble, and of course, it's a white-haired girl. This is where Issei says, wait, aren't you that girl that helped me? Whatever. Wait. Alright, she can see me. I don't know why do I have to be in a human Shinigami state? I don't know. Ask, what's it called, Ichigo. I don't know why he did something like that. This is where, well, I wish I can ask him. I don't know where he went. This is where the girl rushes at him, trying to clock him in the stomach, until Issei said, okay, I don't really want to hurt you, and I don't, this is where Shiro said, but I want to hurt you. This is where Shiro managed to push Issei out of control, and this is where the mask appears. Yeah! This is where he punches, what's it called, Koneko in the face, right now launching her straight through walls. This is where, well, Issei kind of took back control and says, was that really necessary? Yes, it was. You're lucky I didn't use the sword. I would have definitely said, fuck you, bitch. This is where, well, Issei switch up and says, okay, you're crazy half the time. This is where, well, Issei said, whatever. This is where someone tried to attack him with a sword. Issei said, what the hell? Why is so many people literally trying to attack me? This is where Issei says, whatever, I gotta fly. This is where he starts flying away. And of course landing at a forest. But this is where, well, multiple people appear with magic circles. And this is where they all have different magic spells right now. Target upon him. Issei said, oh, for fuck's sakes. This is where, well, 4 people appear right now saying, you can't escape us, Issei. This is where Issei said, okay, this seems like a bad idea. But I might just let you take control again, Shiro. Can I kill them all? Shiro said. This is where Issei says, no. But I need a way to get out of here, and I don't want to hurt them. This is where, well, Shiro says, fine. This is where, well, he has the sword still with him, and this is where, well, Issei kind of went unconscious, and this is where a mask started appearing. Yeah, I'm free! Well, it's time to get out of here. Getsuga Tensho! He swings and gets the Tensho around him. This is where everyone widened their eyes and realized when they send their attacks, they didn't do jack shit to get Tensho. Everyone had to use shields, but everything exploded, and of course pushing every barrage member out of the way. This is where, well, Issei managed to fly up, but this is where, well, mostly the White Dragon Emperors appear. This is where, well, Valerie says, I'm not letting you escape. Not happening. This is where she then tries to send a punch straight towards Issei. Issei said, what the? This is where, well, Shiro managed to get smashed down to the ground. This is where she was like, ah, that hurted like a bitch. What the hell is wrong with these people? Issei says, don't know. This is where, well, Shiro kind of like control and says, you're gonna have to deal with them. This is where, well, Valerie is right now on her White Dragon Empress and says, you're going to tell us everything and what you know. Issei says, I don't really want to. Damn. He's right now thinking of using his Bankai state, but then again, he doesn't really want to kill anyone. He's thinking of something. Man, I wish I had something else to do. This is where, well, he thinks about it. If I have a different type of world power, do you think I have another power hiding inside? Shiro says, you do? Is that red dragon over there? Wait, what? I have a red dragon? Yeah, but he hasn't woken up. This is where Issei kind of gets into his mind skip. Of course, nothing outside does change a little bit. He's doing this really fucking fast. This is where Issei says, wake your ass up, Getsuga. This is where he smashes the red dragon with a Getsuga. The red dragon wakes up and says, hey, who the hell did that to me? Issei said, me, asshole. Who the hell are you? And if you're going to give me something special really fucking fast. I'm dealing with some kind of white armor fucking shining bullshit out there. This is where Drake says, ah, you're dealing with Albion. That was quick. I could help you, kid, but you fucking woke me up from my nap. Actually, how the hell do you even do that? He says, don't worry about it. Just give me the fucking power that I need to escape from her. Or him, or whatever. This work, well. And Drake says, okay, fine. But first, I'll tell you my name, and you tell me yours. So, my name is Drake. What's your name? This is where Issei says, okay. So, it seems like nothing's really moving outside. It seems like this place kind of goes either really quick or kind of slow. But my name is Issei. Issei Hiro. Or you can call me Ichigo Kurosaki because I'm the reincarnation of that man. But not the point. I'm a Shinigami, Quincy, and Hollow. So, yeah. So, I also should mention that, yeah, that's my kind of 3 races, I guess. And I'm also human. But not the point. So, who are you exactly? I'm the Red Dragon Red Emperor. Okay. How do I use your power? Because I feel like I'm going to have to use your power to fight that person. Well, you can. So, you want to use it? Yes. This is where, well, Drake says, okay, lift up your hand. And scream out something powerful. This is where Issei says, Bankai! This is where, well, the Red Gauntlet didn't appear, but of course, where, well, okay, just say, well, yeah. This is where the Red Gauntlet did appear. And of course, it becomes kind of black a little bit, but this is where it stays red. This is where, well, Drake says, that's not supposed to happen. What's not supposed to happen? My gauntlet turning black. No, that's not supposed to happen. Until they hear a deep grumble. And this is where, well, they look to the side, and this is where they see another dragon. They seem to see awaken also my power. This is where Drake says, hi, kid? What are you doing here? This is where, well, hi, kid, the Annihilation Dragon. This is where, well, he says, oh, I'm just here to see and what my Vesta's doing. Or my, not Vesta, my host is doing. Quite interesting to believe that he's a Shinigami, a Hollow, and a Quincy. Don't know what they are, but they're quite interesting. They're right there, right now, the Hollow, mostly that white one, that's the white version, and the other one. But, whatever. You seem to have 2 powerful sacred gears. That being mine, being the Annihilation Dragon, the Annihilation Dragon, and the Heavily Red Dragon Booster Gear, that being, well, Drake. Now, show that fucking white dragon who the hell is his boss, and beat the fuck out of the person. This is what, well, Drake says, I haven't seen you in such a long time, but too bad. Now, go and beat the shit out of that person. Issei said, okay, I'm sweat dropping, but let me do it anyway. Issei gets out of his mind skip, and this is where, well, mostly Valerie says, I'm not letting you escape. This is where Issei says, how the hell do I awaken it? Fuck it. Come out, both of you! This is where, well, both of his hands changes in an instant. This is where, well, a red gauntlet appears in his left hand. Well, not left hand, right hand. And of course, having green gems. And his left hand becomes a black gauntlet with red gems. This is where the Annihilation Dragon, well, mostly the Black Dragon and the Red Dragon Emperor. This is where, well, Albion says, wait, Valerie, don't. This is where Issei said, boost! Punches the fucking mask off of Valerie. Valerie, winding her eyes, seeing the red gauntlet. This is where Issei said, holy shit, what the hell did I do? I don't know what I did, but fuck it. He grabs the sword, and this is where he says, get potential. Transfer! This is where, well, a green slash appears instead of what's it called, the normal bluish slash, instead of being red. Or, yeah, you get the point. This is where, well, everyone winded their eyes and everyone had to dodge. This is where some people still got hit and they're really hurt. This is where, well, Rio says, oh, he does have a sacred gear. 2 of them. This is where, well, Valerie says, what the hell? How the hell does he have 2? This is where Albion says, okay, this kid is more broken than I thought. Whatever the hell he's using in the first place now has 2 sacred gears. One is one of the Longitus's sacred gear, Red Dragon Emperor, Drake. Right now in the booster gear. And the other one is not a Longitus, but considered to be fucking a Longitus. Because that is called the Black Dragon Emperor. The Annihilation. Now, he is much stronger than me and Drake, but yeah. I don't know why he's here, but it looks like he chose someone. I don't know how he even got here. Now, Valerie, you're going to be very careful around with now him. If he has the Black Dragon of Annihilation, yeah, I don't think even the 3 factions are literally going to fight them. This is where, well, mostly what's it called, someone appeared right in front of them, and of course, it's none other than what's it called, what's it called, this red hair kind of person. Well, mostly a red hair person appears with a black, mostly golden bangs and black hair person appears with kind of having 12 wings of fallen angel, and of course the other one has like 10 wings of, well, mostly not 10 wings, also 12 wings of kind of double light. But yeah, this is what Issei said. What the hell? Who the hell are they? This is where, well, Drake and even what's it called, Hydian kind of says that is Lucifer. This is where, well, mostly one of them probably not really Lucifer, but the other one is Azel, the fallen angel governor leader. He says, oh, so what the hell do I do? This is where they say, well, about that, I don't really know. This is where, well, someone appeared right in front of Issei. This is where, well, he seems to have a coat, a black whitish coat, and it seems to be a Shinigami. This is where, well, his number is, what's it called? This guy kind of wears what's it called, the symbol of, well, division first. And of course, he seems to be the head captain of the Shinigamis. This is where, well, this person has kind of longish black hair. And of course, where, well, he has onyx eyes. Of course, has a black beard. This is where, well, he does have an eye patch, but yeah. This is where, well, both of the fallen angel and what's it called, even the devil kind of narrow his eyes at this person. This is where the person says, hello there. My name is Yamato. Yamato, 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 the descendant of Yamamoto, and I am the head captain of the Shinigami. It seems that you decide to try and attack, well, a Shinigami there. 2 leaders of the devil race and also fallen angel race. This is where, well, they look at, well, the head captain. This is where they say, who are you? So yes, my name is Yamamoto, the head captain of the Shinigami race. If unlike you want to start a freaking fight with us, I suggest you go away from, well, my student. He's a Shinigami, a part of the Shinigami race. So I need you to go away. This is where, well, Issei says, hey, Shiro, Zangetsu, do you know who that guy is? Nope. It seems that however long we died, or however long Ichigo was gone, it seems that this is another captain, or someone who's probably descendant of Yamamoto. Who? This is where he got memories, and this is where he then kind of understand. This is where, well, both, what's it called, the devil leader, and also what's it called, the fallen angel leader kind of nodded and say, fine, we will go, and we won't go against your wishes, head captain Yamato. This way Yamato says, thank you. Well, let's go, Shinigami boy. We have lots of training for you to go. This is where, well, Issei, sure. This is where Issei nodded. This is where, well, Issei and the captain decide to teleport and disappear in an instant, mostly in a rift, and they're gone. Or not a rift, mostly this door appears, and of course, where, well, Issei is taken. This is where Issei says, wait, what are my parents? Don't worry about them. We already have someone to already put illusion over them. Issei says, oh, okay. This is where they walk in and disappear, but yeah. This is where, well, both, what's it called, Azo and Third Sex kind of looks at each other and says, so that's the, what's it called, head of the captain of, what's it called, the Shinigamis. I thought the Shinigamis weren't actually a thing, but Jesus Christ, I felt his pressure and power. What's it called? Well, Third Sex says, yep, and someone has a sacred gear, and it's a Shinigami. Now, we can't really piss them off, because they're mostly balancers towards souls. That's where they look at what's it called, the four devils behind them, and says, Valerie, this is where, well, Azo says, Valerie, what the hell were you thinking of doing? Trying to fight against a Shinigami. This is where, well, Azo, well, Third Sex kind of says, Rias, Sona, and Takano, what were you thinking of fighting against a Shinigami? Especially someone who has 3 races of Shinigami, Quincy, and Hollow, I'm guessing. This is where, well, they don't know about the Quincy or Hollow, but Shinigami, and has 2 sacred gears. This is where, well, everyone switch off and says, what's a Shinigami? That's what we would like to know, but I guess we can only tell you in small details than what they're clearly supposed to be. This is where, well, Issei is now in the, what's it called, Soul Society world, and is much more advanced than the last time that Ichigo saw this. This is where, well, mostly he's talking to Yamato, and of course he realized that Yamato is a descendant of, what's it called, Yamamoto. But of course, where, well, he learns a lot about the Shinigami world, or yeah, the Shinigami world, and of course how the Quincy's are, and of course how the, what's it called, Hollows are. But yeah, this is where, well, Issei is kind of learning a lot, and how to actually use his power much better than just him using a bunch of Rialto and other stuff. This is where, well, he said he only has been, what's it called, for a Shinigami for about 2 days or a couple of days, so yeah. This is where, well, Yamato kind of chuckles and says, that is true. Well, we will help you in how to learn how to use your power. So do you want to train? This is where he says, hell yes. This is where, well, the, what's it called, captain, the head captain chuckles, and this is where, well, 13 other captains appear. Now, of course, this is where all of the captains looks kind of like deja vu for a second for Issei, because of Ichigo's memories. But of course, they're all looking similar to that of the, well, old 13, the Ghost Day 13. But of course, their new 13 appears, but yeah. This is where Issei says, well, fuck it, I'll train. This is where, well, this is where I'm gonna leave it off for, yeah. But I don't know if I'm gonna redo this or not. Maybe I'll redo it. Maybe when I keep going on watching Bleach, watching Bleach, then I might redo it. I don't know. But other than that, bye, see ya. And I might just leave it off for a one-shot. Yeah, I might just do this for a one-shot, but yeah. Other than that, bye, see ya, and later.